Leo, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, and Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your November 16th to the 30th, 2025 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, a healing, or a gift card, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It's linked in the description box below, and I look forward to reading for you. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. So we have the Wheel of Fortune. Ooh, that's lucky. Ooh, the Knight of Wands. Okay. The Empress. The Three of Wands. The Moon. Ooh. Angels and spirit guides. The King of Pentacles. Oh, the Eight of Swords. Rude. Angels and spirit guides. That's how I always feel about not the Three of Swords, the Eight of Swords. Well, I also feel the same way about the Three of Swords. They're both rude. The Hermit. The Page of Wands. Angels and spirit guides. And the Seven of Wands. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Okay. At the heart of it all, we have the Wheel of Fortune. And what you're going to see here with the Wheel of Fortune is that at the heart of everything, things are changing. You're entering into a new season of your life, existence, the way that you are connecting with the world. There's a change. For some, it's going to be really big. For others, it's going to be more subtle. But here at the core of you, because it is also a major arcana card, it's something you can't like hide away from. It is going to happen. There's the sense of a different way that you're interacting with the world around you. Now, the challenge here is you. Okay, so Leo, you're represented by the wands in the minor arcana. And so with the Knight of Wands moving things forward, it's a challenge moving forward. It's a challenge going after what it is that you want. It can also be a challenge slowing things down enough to really know what it is that you want. You can be going so fast and doing so much. This card, when it comes as a challenge, it's a challenge to move, like physically to move things forward, but it can also be a challenge to slow things down so it's not reckless. So just being aware of that is going to be super important during this time. Kind of like step back, think things through, then move forward. Do not move because you think, oh, okay, if I just stay really still, everything will change. It'll be fine. And then I'll be able to walk forward and like, I don't have to change. That's not going to be how it works. There's a real sense here with the Knight of Wands of gaining a focus and gaining an insight and having a clear vision of what it is that you want. And then going after that with the beautiful single-minded ambition of fire sign energy, like with that single-minded, like laser focus, right? That has such precision to you. And that's the challenge, right? To get that laser focus during this time. It moves us then to the Empress, success, prosperity, abundance. Also this real sense of nurturing, of creating, of cultivating. Now, you might be sitting there, as sometimes I do when the Empress comes up, and it's like, I don't want to take care of more things. And that's fair. That is like totally fair to say, I don't want to take care of more things. I don't need more put on my shoulders. But the Empress here is also nurturing what it is that you desire, what it is that you want from your life, your dreams and yourself. So as much as you nurture everybody else, now it's also time at the root of you to nurture you, because doors have opened. Okay, this is the energy that's now leaving. Like doors have opened, insights have come. You're seeing things a new way. You've made new connections. You've talked to new people that you haven't spoken to before. You've seen new things that you haven't seen before. And it opened up new doors and opened up a new understanding. And it led you to your strength during this time, which is clear sight through the darkness, which is a clarity in times of confusion, which can be just like every day can be a time of confusion, or it is also this real sense of honing in on what it is that you truly want and where it is that you truly want to be, and a sense of luck guiding you. Also a sense of wisdom being a part of your flight forward. But there is a sense of spreading your wings. There is a sense of freedom and insight, and it moves you to the King of Pentacles. Now, the King of Pentacles is Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is in your near future, can be somebody who's very grounded, okay, who is really good at, okay, so this can be my air sign energy coming through. My air sign, I have earth sign energy in me, but also fire. And there's like, those are my three main ones. And so I always look at earth sign energy as that really stable, kind of boring energy. But like, it makes things work, right? You need the earth sign energy. You need the grounding. But the earth is not boring, right? To plant seeds and watch them grow and cultivate a garden, that is not boring. So you can meet people in the near future that you just sit there and you're like, oh my gosh, boring. Boring as watching paint dry. So be aware of that. You will meet those people, but you're also going to meet those people who know how to do the boring things in order to get to the prosperity of things, and have a discipline to them that you are going to learn from. You really are. You're going to be like, shoot, have to learn that, huh? Like, or have to utilize that, huh? And it's going to be really funny because once you kind of like utilize those talents that they have, like you're going to be taught that either by just observing them exist, or by, by actually like maybe a class or working under them or whatever it is. You're going to see that you then start having your creativity come forward, your fire come forward, your passion, your insight. And it's that sentiment of do what you have to do in order to do what you want to do. The King of Pentacles here is also a time where in the near future where you are stepping into prosperity, where you are stepping into wealth, where you are stepping into success, and you're stepping into the energy of a king. Maybe you didn't want to be a king because it's like, wow, I have all this responsibility. I have to take care of all of this. What the heck? So be aware of that. You might be resisting it. And as soon as you say, oh, okay, I was resisting this, I didn't want this role, but it's mine anyway, then you step into it. And it can also be with the Empress. Like, I don't want the role of having to take care of more things, but I step into it. And you step into yourself. It's like leveling up in the video game, right? Or like getting the mushrooms in Mario Kart, and then you get bigger and faster and like, oh, it's okay, I got this, I can handle this. And it moves you to the Eight of Swords. The advice is, hey, don't think about it too much. It's that don't think at all, because that's going to lead to recklessness. But don't overthink. Don't cage yourself in your own thoughts. We as human beings, we love to think and we love to imagine the worst. Like it's just something we do. So give yourself a break. Cut yourself some slack. Stop getting in your own way and getting in your own head. That's going to be really, really, really important. It's like, is the fear real or is the fear just there? And even if the fear is real, right? Don't let it eat you. Like, because there's so many things to be afraid of in this world. And I'm not saying this to induce anxiety in anybody. But if we sit there and say, oh my gosh, this fear is so stupid, right? I can't believe I'm afraid of driving. Let's use driving, because that's one people tend to get afraid of, especially when a trauma has happened. Or when your nervous system is just overwhelmed, driving can be really hard. And instead of beating yourself up over it, be like, I show myself grace. It is scary. It is overwhelming. And there are variables that I'm not in control of. But I will not let fear keep me stuck. And it moves you then to the Hermit, because you've gone inward. And the advice here and the environment here for the last half of November is to go inward and to illuminate what you want. Not what everybody else wants of you, but what you want. And as you illuminate it, you also have that earth sign energy coming through, right? The amplification of the King of Pentacles in Virgo energy. Time frame is August 23rd to September 22nd. You also have Taurus and Capricorn. But you are illuminating the darkness, which seeing in the darkness is one of your powers with the moon, right? But also embracing the many different faces, and that it's funny that faces and phases sound so close. But the many different faces of yourself and of the moon, that everything changes. Every day it's a little bit different. You're illuminating the darkness. You're seeing yourself walk forward. You're also seeing yourself like acknowledging fears that might not be there. Because I'm just seeing the snakes, and these are the Celtic, these are the Llewellyn tarot cards. And the Llewellyn tarot cards are based off of Celtic mythology. And I just think of the myth of St. Patrick, getting all the snakes out of Ireland, and there weren't any snakes in Ireland. So, but it's a great story. And it's like, oh, snakes, icky. And here it's like, I'm freeing myself of a fear that wasn't there. I'm setting myself free. And as you do so, as you see this, you have the wings. You have the wings of the owl. You have the wings that set you free. And it brings you then to the Page of Wands. This is you. You're afraid to be a student. You don't want to have to learn more things or be put into that place of not knowing. It can just be that place of like other people's rules usurping your own wants. Being a child is scary because other people are in control of everything. So acknowledging that, but also knowing that your hope is to excel, is to succeed, but it's to embrace new things. It's to move forward. It's to always learn. It's to take in information. It's to always be changing and growing, because it's when we stagnate that our life stagnates around us, right? So if we always take in the energy of the learner, the energy of the seeker, the energy of the grower, it's like the energy of the child, because the child is always growing, right? The child is always seeking. And so here, stepping into it, knowing that messages from spirit are coming, and to free yourself from fear, that's going to be really important. And then it leads us to the Seven of Wands. And the Seven of Wands is like, hey, listen, you can spend all your time fighting the battles. You can stand up there, stop the others from attacking. Great. Or you can step back and you can say, I will let the waters let them fall. I will stand for what I believe in. I will stand for what I want, but I will not stand here forever just batting people down. It's exhausting. It's overwhelming. And it's not where I want to be. So just be aware of that. It's kind of like, my great grandma would always say, if you step on every stone, you'll never get to the other side of the river. And it's true. If you fight everything, you'll get nowhere. So just be aware of that here, because it's going to be important. Because there's a sense here of like, you're on the cusp of something big. There's a sense here of things opening up. Yeah, there's the change in fortune. There's the world opening up. There's you changing and growing and becoming more of why you're here on this earthly plane. And it's exciting, but it's also scary. So like, cut yourself some slack and let yourself embrace your greatness, your power, your nurturing, your authority, and also your seeking. You are everything during this time. You're mother, father, child. You are seeking, growing, understanding. You're going into the womb of winter, or you are being birthed into summer, and you are finding your way forward in a world that isn't always kind and doesn't always care. And that is scary. And acknowledging that and saying, okay, fear is fear, but I will not let it eat me, is really important. All right, Leo, let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. This is fairy tales. I love fairy tales. What are the stories that made you? Meaning, like, what stories did you grow up on? We don't have to be classical fairy tales. We don't have to talk about Cinderella here. But what you're going to see is that the stories that made you, the songs that made you, they're coming up now. And it's like, oh my gosh, I love this. Oh my gosh, this was so important to me once upon a time. And that once upon a time is coming forward. And it's guiding you to more. It brings us then to your chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is dreams. It goes with fairy tales. The third eye is opening up. You're seeing things differently. Pay attention to your dreams. They will tell you a lot. And you will be surprised at how much knowledge you get from your daydreams, from letting your mind wander, from letting, kind of like finding pictures. Like, I always love finding pictures in things. And it really kind of like aligns me with my mind. Like, what is my energy? And what picture do I find around me? So here, just being aware of that, and focusing on your third eye. Ask Spirit to answer your questions as you go to sleep at night. And they'll answer your questions in your dreams. Let's see here what your energy to be mindful of is, angels and spirit guides. Okay, so you have the King of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. So there is somebody who's going to be very, very charming, love bombing, okay? They kind of want money from you. Just be aware of that. They do. They want money from you. They do want money. They want either money or what you value as much as money, love bombing, saying all the right things. And if they don't get what they want, they can get nasty. So just be aware of that. You might find it easier just to give them what they want and they can walk away. But yeah, just be aware of this during this time. It moves us then to clarity. You're going to see things a lot more clearly than you have been seeing them before. It brings us to, again, the third eye chakra, which is, again, clarity. Things are going to become clear. You have clarity twice, which I rarely see. And so there's going to be an insight, an understanding, a grounding to this time, or just like a knowing to this time. Follow that knowing. And as you do so, it brings us to justice. Be mindful of justice. Now, this is Libra energy, which is a time frame of September 23rd to October 22nd. Okay. Things are not always fair, or you might find that like there's justice, but it's not really just. Yeah, I guess that's things that aren't always fair. But you can also be having a bit of difficulty with a Libra, and you can find the Libra to be quite unbalanced, kind of it knocks you out of balance. So just be aware of that. And it brings us then to the Queen of Wands. We have the challenge of the night, the challenge of moving forward, slowing things down, speeding things up. We have the challenge of, we have the hopes and fears of the child. And it can be our hopes and fears when we were a child, and subconsciously we step into the realm of Queen, just as what roots us is the Empress, very strong sacred feminine energy here. This is passion, this is fire, this is creativity, this is insight, this is understanding, this is illumination of darkness, this is guidance forward to where it is that you truly want to be. But it's letting your passion guide you. This is the energy that gets you out of bed in the morning. This is the energy of creation. And as you are creating what you want, you're nurturing that fire, you're nurturing that flame. Kind of, I'm thinking like I got Vestal Virgin, which I know is like weird. But like you are nurturing the sacred flame, but the sacred flame is within you. And nurturing that sacred flame is going to be just really, really, really important. And it's embracing your magic. It's embracing your talent. It's embracing who it is that you are, not trying to be what other people are. All right, Leo. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and I look forward to reading for you. Bye.